Welcome to our new coach call. Stacey and I are going to be your hostess with the mostest. All right, guys. So for real, welcome to our call. We're so excited to just mentor you to success and just share the basics with you guys. I know some of the ladies are not on, so that's why we have recorded it. And just help you move your business forward. If you guys have some questions, put them in the comments and we will answer them at the end. We're going to keep it short and sweet and very light and fluffy for you guys. We don't want you to get overwhelmed at all. That is not the point of this business and starting your new business, right? Alongside of being a mom and a wife or a job, career, whatever the roles you play. This is just an added on to your life, right? To add value to your life, to benefit it in the health, the fitness department, and yes, finances, but also personal growth to become your best self possible. So we are going to dive in and not waste any time. Stacey, am I going first or you? Because it flew over my head.
I don't know, but we can look at the slides and then it'll make me figure it all out.
On that screen share, we have a beautiful presentation just for you guys.
So I'll tell you really quickly before she gets started, you guys, if you have Instagram stories or Facebook stories, these are great little things you can do right now. Get your cell phone out, do a boomerang of this team call, show that you're doing something, show that you're with, get excited. You can take a picture of it. You can do a boomerang. If you're not comfortable with it right now, something to put in your back pocket for later. It's just showing women, like, this is what I'm doing on a Wednesday night. And I'm diving into something that's unknown and exciting and just Dear Diary entry it. So just kind of keep that in your mind.
Yeah, I am muting everybody. So if you have not muted yourself, go ahead. I think I'm waiting on someone else, or maybe they just muted. Okay, perfect. Can you see the screen full, Stacey? Is it pretty big?
I see the little slides on the left, so it's not like the whole.
I'm not the best tech savvy person. Hold on, maybe this will help. There we go. Yes?
That's good.
Okay, so are you doing the first or am I? Doesn't matter.
You can go. We'll do every other. How about that?
Okay. There we go. Welcome to Team Rise and Shine. Okay, so a little bit of background. Our team is called Rise and Shine. We actually rebranded our name last year after we went to Summit, our annual coach conference, because we just wanted to spice things up, change it up, and kind of evolve a little bit and renovate our team. And we just felt like Team Rise and Shine, it just means start rising up to get to your goals, to achieve more, become your best self, and then you're going to start shining bright. And so that's who we felt we were called to be, and so who I guess we wanted to be. And so we changed our name. Our name before was Fit Fanatics, and even though we are fitness fanatics, we were more so like life fanatics, and I feel like this kind of goes with our name better, so we changed that up. Okay, so first and foremost, you are going to be your biggest project here. We don't want you guys to be distracted by all the numbers and the flashy things. Your focus is to first work on yourself, because when you feel good about yourself, you can't help but want to share this. You can't help but want to tell your grandma, and then her mom, and then your friend's mom, and then sister of in-laws and whatever. I know for me, when I feel good, I just want to scream it from the rooftops. I feel confident. I believe in myself to just answer any questions that come my way and put myself out there in social media. So the more you focus on yourself and become the best version of yourself through personal growth and your fitness journey, your health journey, you're going to be better in your relationships. You're going to be better at your job, as a mom, a wife, all the roles that you play. So you're going to first work on you. That's the first goal. Pick a program, okay? Most of you, if you're on this call, that's why you became a coach, right? You fell in love with this experience. If not, if you're starting this for the first time, you need to commit to a program. I know for me, I've had the most success when I say, I'm doing this program, I'm going to take a before picture, and then I'm going to do it all the way. I'm going to follow the meal plan. I'm going to get results, and then I'm going to take an after picture, and guess what? Boom, I have a transformation, and this is how I felt through the journey. These are my feelings along the way. It was hard, and I just shared that journey, the ups and the downs, and in between, all on social media. You know, it wasn't this perfect, oh, I look incredible and here's my results. And I didn't share that in between. The people that are going to gravitate towards you are going to be the ones that truly see that this was a journey, right? And they can relate to your ups and downs and in between. And that's why they're going to join you compared to someone else that's just showing that perfection. You know, this is an awesome journey. I feel great. And this is my after picture. No, we want to share the in-between. So that's really important for you to pick a program, commit to the entire thing. Don't dabble in other programs. Really give one program your all, okay? And don't compare your journey. That's one thing we really want to touch on, is that everyone's journey is so uniquely different to their own. Right? So in the beginning, I am so guilty of this. I compared my journey to top coaches and other awesome leaders on our team, and it really stole my joy. It took away from my own journey and my own joy. So as you're going and you're friend requesting other coaches or people on our team, you need to keep your blinders on, because this is about your journey, and it's going to be so easy to look to the right, look to the left, but that's going to derail you. Okay, it derailed me in the beginning, and I realized, gosh, this is the journey God has me on. It's going to be different from anyone else's, and my journey has been completely different from most people. And the same with the coach next to me and on the other side. So don't compare your journey to anyone or anything, okay? Next, be resourceful. We have everything in our team page in the file section that you could think of to be a successful coach and a top coach, okay? Our training is handed down to us from my coach and her sister, which you guys don't know, Christina and Becky, right? They created this incredible team, and we're just a branch from their top coach team. They are number 30 in the entire network. So we have all the resources you need. Stacy and I, we're hosting this call. We've had a lot of success, so we can help you and guide you and mentor you along the way. But we were just at our coach summit, and Rachel Hollis was on stage, and she said, everything you need to be successful at what you do is already out there. It's just a matter of you going and putting it into action and making it happen. It's on YouTube, it's on Google, it's in the FAQ of our Coach Online Office, it's in our team page. So it's just about you being resourceful, not always messaging me saying, where is this, where is that? Go and search for it, and I promise you, you will find it. Or if you can't find it, post it in the team page and say, hey guys, where is this, blah, 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 because I guarantee that if you want to know that question, somebody else is wanting to know, and then we all are learning together, right? So be resourceful, because guess what? You are your own CEO, and when you open your own business, like, this is your business. You don't have a boss. I'm not your boss. Stacy's not your boss. We are just here to help guide you and mentor you along the way. So have fun with this. I promise you, the more that I have fun with my journey and I don't compare, I don't focus on numbers, I just focus on helping people and helping myself, I promise you, it is so fun. You will be able to let all those fears and all those doubts and all those negative thoughts go away, and you will say, gosh, I'm going to embrace this journey. I'm going to have fun becoming the best version of myself. And guess what? You're going to bring an amazing community of friends along the way with you. Like, these women, our leaders and our team, are probably 75 from our team, Rise and Shine, and we had a leader dinner. It was just 14 of us, of our top leaders, and we cried around that table. And I mean, it's taken a while to get there, but we have a bond like no other. And you guys are a part of that. So the more you have fun, the more you're going to experience our community and just have a blast with this, okay? Be fearless. Just have fun. Be fearless. I mean, I can't tell you so many times that I let fear get in the way, but the more that I just rose above it, I was fearless. And I just said, come on, failure, come on, nose. And I just powered through it and had a lot of success because of that. So don't feel overwhelmed. I know it's so easy during this process to feel overwhelmed with a new system, but guess what? Just like you going to school, right, getting a degree, just like you starting from the bottom up in whatever job you're in, you felt overwhelmed at one point. And the same goes for here. You just have to take one day at a time, put one foot in front of the other. You have to build brick by brick by brick. And guess what? It will compound to this beautiful picture of success that a lot of us are experiencing right now, okay? So start, it's going to be sloppy, but this business is about you failing over and over and putting into action things that you're learning, not being paralyzed by the information that you're being given. That's actually going to prohibit you from moving forward. So don't think you need to know it all. It is really trial and error, and you going through the conversations and you learning along the way. So I forgot to introduce myself. I am Danielle McKean. For all of you guys that don't know me, I've been a coach for 6 years, and this opportunity has completely changed my life, guys, from getting in the best shape of my life after 2 kids. Then 5 years later, I had another child along this journey. So I have 3 girls. Been married for 10 years to my high school sweetheart. It's been a crazy ride with coaching, but because of this journey, I was able to walk away from doing hair, and I've been able to do coaching full-time. But I don't like to say full-time because I do it around my family schedule, like nap time and bedtime. But this journey can really bless you in so many ways. Financially, it's been a huge blessing. Just the community, I've become my best self. So that's just a little bit about me, and that's it. That's welcome for me. And Stacy is going to take the next one. We're going to take turns.
Okay, so I'll introduce myself real quickly. I'm Stacy Shiflett, and I have been a coach now for 3 years, part of Beachbody for 4. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Coaching is, in my personal belief, your lock-in to give yourself a no excuse policy to get to your goals physically, mentally, and emotionally. If you really think about it really quickly, just for a moment, how many of us in life, with a show of hands, have been challenged by life their whole entire life? Like, it has been nothing but a challenge, a struggle. Something in your life has been a challenge. You all have changed your name to coach. And what that means is you're ready to rise up, and you are ready to level up to your own, what I call phony baloney, right? It's like, if you're ready to really use the containers, you're really going to use the containers, and you're really going to drink your Shakeology, and you're really going to work a program because you came in here for that. So how freaking cool is it that you are going to level up because you decided to say, you know what, I'm a coach now, and your posture is going to change because you wanted it anyways. That's freaking amazing. So get excited that you're actually getting what you came in here for as a challenger. Okay, can I get an amen on that? Because that is what this is all about. And I'll tell you what, not many people really, really want it, but you guys do. So congratulate yourself tonight that you have made that ultimate decision, because everything about you and around you is going to change for the better because you are taking that leap of faith and you are getting super uncomfortable. All right. So challenge groups. You don't want to worry about running your own groups or hosting them until you are ready. You want to join your personally sponsored coach, or you want to pair up with somebody who you feel comfortable with. I know for me as a coach, I love to keep my girls in my group and just show them the reins. And then I actually, because of Summit, came back and started implementing a new policy with my coaches called the Power of 3. So it's month 1, month 2, month 3, they go and they fly the nest and they do their own group. They birth their own team name. But in the beginning, don't even stress that. Be with your coach. You know how we're not supposed to copy in school? Like, we're not supposed to copy somebody's tests. We're not supposed to look over. Go ahead and look over. Like, you're allowed, okay? Everything that we weren't allowed to do is you. This is your founding brick to be awesome in your challenge group, because when you run your own, guess what? Most likely in the beginning, ain't nobody going to show to your challenge group. And you're like, I don't know why nobody's showing up. I'm showing up. This is bull, right? But the thing is this, you get to practice being live. You get to practice showing up to your goals, right? Again, another win, because it's all coming back to you, and that energy that you're doing with you goes to your business, right? That's all it is. Don't overcomplicate this, you guys. Focus on you being the rock star challenger in your group, okay? Be the forefront. Show up. Set a goal that's crazy. If you're not a person who gets up at 5 a.m., start doing it. Go live in your group. Talk, because you're going to do all these things in this group, okay? And the other benefit is by you being a rock star in the challenge group with your coach, you get to learn all the things that need to be done while rocking your goals. And you're going to give somebody else who's behind the scenes, who's afraid, the hope to come forward. It's all a win-win situation. So with this, that's really your bread and butter with challenge groups. Stay in your group wherever you are at, be a rock star, and ask your coach questions all the time. Okay, next slide. All right, let's go to, drum roll please, social media.
Social media.
Want to take this one, or do you want me to take this one?
It's up to you. You can.
All right. So, okay, I'm just going to read it and then I'll talk about it real quickly. So, quick tips for social media training is all in Diesel Nation, YouTube, Google, everything. You want to be consistent on posting every single day. I'm going to tell you this right now too. Some of us might be going like, but I don't know what to post. I have no idea what to post. Your first goal, just like we would tell a challenger, is a lot of challengers, guys, think of yourself as a challenger, okay? You can't jump into a challenge group and be perfect. So every woman in here has this horrible thing inside of them to be perfect and compare themselves, right? We all have it. It's in our cells of our body. But you get to remove that and not do that anymore, okay? So you have to be consistent, right? For down the road, right? If you're 100 pounds overweight, you're not going to lose 100 pounds in 2 months. It's not going to happen. But if you just focus on putting your head down, like we said, and just saying, I don't know what I'm going to post, just going to post. Maybe I'll just post my workout. Maybe I'll talk about my kid. Maybe I'll talk about that I love tacos. Maybe I'll talk about that I had a really bad day. Like I was telling Christina at Summit, think of your Facebook page and start to develop this muscle down the road, because you may not be there yet. It's your diary entry. Think of it as a diary entry, because that, my friends, is what is relatable, not, hey guys, live smart, go for the dream. Like, and holding your Shakeology cup. Ugh, gross. Like, it's so, I can't. And I did them. Like, it's horrible, right? But if you say, for example, like, I'm going to do a post actually tomorrow. John and I both got our 3-year anniversary cups. And something that's really relatable, I don't know if anybody in here is a former smoker of cigarettes, but I'm going to do a post that said, traded my smokes for shakes. And I think that's really freaking cool. It's relatable, right? I took my expensive cigarette habit that was going to kill me, but it was relaxing me for my smoke break, right? That I took it, and I took the same money, if not less, to create wellness. And you know what else I'm going to talk about? How many people do you guys hear from people that go, I really want to do it, but I have to ask my husband if it's okay? I can't. I just can't even go. That's a whole nother topic. But you know what I get to do? I'm going to talk about my scary decision to do this journey actually brought my husband on board, and we're going to do a cheer. So you got to think about these things. Like, everybody can relate to a smoker. Some of us can, some of us cannot, but that's relatable, right? It's something like, wow, she traded that. That's cool. That's inspiring. So just start, create rhythm. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about the posting. You'll start to refine it. Polish it later, start. And then you give your coach something to go, all right, girl, you're super consistent. Now I want you to do blah. So we also said, like, keep it simple, right? And you want bright lighting. The sun is your free source of energy. Go play with it. Like on a Sunday when you've got nothing to do, just go take some shots and play with, the portrait filter and this, and just have fun. And eventually you'll get more refined with it, and you'll start to be more of a storyteller. So again, it's just starting with it. I could show you some that I started in beginning. They're grainy, they're horrible, but guess what? It still made me hit Success Club. I still influenced somebody. I still inspired somebody. So it really doesn't matter. You just polish later. All right. So you are the main subject, right? Not Joe Schmo or sharing things or sharing posts. Don't share posts. Please don't share posts. Share you. So I would come up with 5 things tonight before you go to bed that you can stay consistent with. So mine is like wellness, tacos and margaritas, my husband, my kids, and another one could be fashion, and just stay with those and get creative with them. Then you don't have to keep thinking of new material. And then last but not least, curiosity marking. So again, even though I said I'm going to be posting my Shakeology, sometimes I do point blank slam it in their face. But curiosity could be just giving them like, what is she doing? She's so consistent. Like, you have no Shakeology, you have no containers, you have nothing. You're not saying beach body, but just talk about you. You are the change. You could sell cow manure and they will buy it because they're watching you and they love what you're doing. They're like, dang, I feel that energy. I want part of it. It's called FOMO, right? And we all want it. We're women. We crave it. And now you get to kind of give that out to people. So again, it's a Dear Diary entry. Be real, be relatable, be funny, be you. Don't be any other version. And guess what? If you don't know how to do that, guess what? You get to learn to be yourself. And if nothing else, that's a big blessing in coaching.
Love it. One thing I want to add is that, I love social media because it's a way to share authentically and share the real you. And a lot of people don't, right? So we get to be that beacon of light for someone that maybe is going through a hard time or that wants to be inspired or motivated. But the way to really connect with those people is to be you and be authentic. And it will, put down a barrier, put down a wall, and you'll be able to connect to people like you wouldn't believe. So if you're going through something, share that, don't be afraid to be yourself. I think that's really important, to be relatable, because majority of people, because as coaches, we talk to people all the time, right? And you're going to see so many people as they're dealing with some hardship or something in their life. And so us coaches get to be that light in a crazy world. So share that and share how you've overcome it, or, share something of your past that you went through, and how you've kind of, became better because of it. So you're going to see coaches, we share a lot of stories. You're going to become a really good storyteller. So there's a lot into social media that you learn, Stacey. You really touched upon it and you did such a great job. Just dive in and be yourself. I think the most important thing. Okay, so make your list before you think you don't have anyone to invite. You do. I think this is the biggest misconception is, I don't know who I would invite because I don't want to bother all my family and friends. But I just want you to think about it like this, okay? Your family knows you, loves you, and trusts you, right? Just like your good friends, everybody in your circle. And for me personally, and I found this to be true, even though this is in majority of success books, is that people want to do business with people they know, love, and trust. So if someone truly loves you and knows you, and you put yourself out there authentically, and you share your journey with your program and put yourself out there, all of that stuff, right? Someone that knows, loves, and trusts you is going to gravitate towards you, right? And if they have something to say, or, whatever happens, then they don't love you, know you, and trust you. So I always have that in the back of my head, and it's out there in most books, okay? So think about that always and ingrain that in your heart and mind, that you want to do business with people that know, love you, and trust you. And as you begin to make your list of people, don't prejudge anyone. Okay? Because the point of you putting yourself out there consistently day after day is going to build trust, and it's going to build credibility. So consistency builds that credibility where people will want to join you because they're going to see that you're showing up every single day, or maybe every other day. But the whole point here is to be really consistent with your journey. And you're going to find that making a list and inviting people, it's just going to be so much easier if you're always showing up, always having, people in front of you. So example, Sarah is on this call, and she's been a coach now for, I don't know, at least 6 months. And she shows up. That's one of her amazing qualities. She shows up every single day without fail in her story. She is like the most consistent person I know. Yes, I'm calling you out, Sarah. I can't really see you, but you know, and so that's built credibility where she just keeps signing up challengers, keeps signing up coaches. Like she signed up 5 people in the last couple of days, and I'm like, what the heck is she doing? But it's a ripple effect of her consistency over the last 6 months that people are taking notice, right? So it's a lot easier for her to invite the people that are liking, commenting, or, you know, seeing her stories because, you know, she has fans and she has a following. So as you begin to make your list, don't prejudge anyone, because I guarantee if you ask her, she has people now that have joined her that she probably didn't think was going to join her, whether that's family, friends, coworkers, or people in her circle, okay? So write them all down. Your homework after this call, make sure you write a note. You're gonna live by making a note with coaching, because I always live by a note, just a small calendar. If we don't mention it on this call, get a cheap calendar from Target or from Amazon. And as you see, I have right here, you know, my to-do lists. And it's just really simple. There's another great Rise Up. This is on Amazon, $20. It doesn't matter what, you know, tool you use, and if it's expensive or it looks nice, whatever, you just need to get organized. But your first homework is make a list of 20. Okay, very simple. My coach had me do that, and it just was a great building block to learn how to invite, to talk to people, and to build a foundation to this business. So how do you invite? You be genuine. Think about how you would want someone to invite you on the other side of the screen, or phone call, or face-to-face. You want someone to be genuine and share from their heart, right? The same goes for you. We want you to be authentic and be real, and just like you're talking to your girlfriend. So one of the coaches in the network said this, and I'll always remember. She said, pretend like you are talking to your best friend all the time on social media, or on a phone call, or through text. And it doesn't sound like you, or something you would say to your best friend, you don't say it. And that's so true, right? Or just maybe your husband's your best friend, right? Would you say that to your husband? So be authentic, be genuine, and just be loving. You never know if someone's dealing with something, so you always want to be positive and happy, okay? Write down 5 things that you have loved so far about Beachbody, okay? You feel good, you have energy, you're sleeping better, you're regular, you know, have lost weight. I mean, whatever it is, someone's going to be like, wow, I need that, I need that, I need that, right? So make a list of the things that you love so far and how it's adding value to your life, okay? What have these programs done for you? Write it down. Just start, you know, flowing. Write whatever is flowing from your heart and your mind, okay? This is how you're going to share, you know, that first coming up post. If you have done it already, great. In our new coach training group, we shared tons of examples on coming up posts. But for inviting, here's a great example. Okay, and I believe that is also in our team page. Okay, how has this changed your life? Blah blah blah. You see where this is getting to, right? Just share from your heart, and people are going to see that. So this is a great example. Hey, Sarah, I wanted to see if you'd be interested in trying out the programs I've been doing. I started doing Beachbody and I've loved it. Explain why, and even attach your before and after picture. I'll be co-hosting a private accountability group in a few weeks. Would you be interested in learning more about it? Let me know, and I'll shoot over the info to you. And I always write in, if not, no worries. Just keep it light and fun. And guess what? If they ghost you, it's okay. Guess what? Now it bumps engagement with your stuff, and they're going to see your stuff more. That's how social media works. And they will remember, hey, that person invited me, and now they're going to start watching your journey. Okay. So you write their name down. These are for all the people that are watching your journey. Okay. So that's a little bit about inviting. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but make your list, guys. Stacey.
Do you want to mention real quick the meal plan ideas?
Yes.
The fear.
Okay, so we are going to share in our group. Amazing. I will share it if you can. No, I'm not going to, because then I'd have to stop and then share that. So we have a 3-week meal plan that we're going to give you guys. And we want you, can you see it, Stacey, or you can't?
No, I can't see it. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, this meal plan is phenomenal. It's done by another coach that typed it up, and it's basically 3 weeks of recipes and a shopping list, and it's just phenomenal, okay? So we're going to share that in our group. And if you hear my voice squeaking, I lost it at our conference and I'm like trying to work my way to get it back. So it sounds not like myself. But anyways, as you're inviting and you start talking to people, we really want you guys to, if someone says no or not right now, or, you know, they ghost you, we want you to send them this meal plan, because when you send free value, you're going to build a connection and relationship unlike anything out there. And they're going to remember as they see your consistency, wow, they shared a meal plan with me. What fitness program have they been up to? Or what is that supplement they're taking? And they're going to remember that. So we are gifting you this amazing meal plan for you guys to have. And we'll type something up so you know exactly what to say. And we'll put it in a document with this meal plan so that you have all in one place. And Stacy and I will work on that and give that to you in that group. Do you want to add anything on that, Stacy?
Yeah, I just think really quickly, you guys, I know the elephant in the room is I'm afraid to invite. I'm afraid to invite because it's just the fear of you don't want to sell them anything. So my biggest suggestion to you guys is to remind yourselves of why you're inviting them and why you are in it yourself. Because I also feel like when we're afraid to invite, it's almost as if we're disservicing our decision that we made to change for ourselves. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're putting it down what you're doing. And I think for some of us growing up, we've done that our whole lives. So what a great way to combat that by showing up and inviting and realizing that you have something of value to offer people and that you have something amazing to give. You know, I just want you guys to develop that muscle because it's so important. But a great way to eliminate the fear is offering something, right? That's free. Because I know sometimes in the beginning when I invited, it was like, hey, I'd love for you to come to my challenge group, but I also have a free group, right? Because it was always making you feel better. But if you want to give them some value, just say, you know, like, hey, friend, just want to reach out to you. Thanks so much for being a rock star supporter on my journey. I'm always super nervous to reach out, but I hope you're having a fantastic week. And if nobody told you, you're doing amazing things in your life. Would love to give you a 3-week meal plan just to say thank you. If you happen to have an email, that would be great. And I made this personally for my challenge group. And if you want to know more about that, that's cool too. Like, that's my invite. That's an invite. Like, that it is. It's value. You're good. You're loved. Breadcrumb. You're muted. Unmute, unmute, unmute. She's muted. Unmute.
Sorry. Okay, so I added in one of the prerequisites or one of the, you know, the little, I don't know what you call it, but how to invite, just a 5-step simple, you know, educate, get their goals, get their why, things like that. When you start really digging in and talking to people, I don't want you guys to be an expert. That's not why you signed up. Don't think you have to tell every detail about programs after you start educating them and, you know, really like every detail of everything and throw up to people about this. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is follow that step by step, how to invite, and go by that. That's the gold right now, because if you talk too much, it will turn people off. So I don't want you to think you have to be an expert in anything. Just simply educate with our tools, and your coach, your mentor is going to step you through that one-on-one. So like if you're my coach, and I'm sure all the leaders on our team does this, I always say, send me a screenshot of what your conversation is with someone if you're fearful, and I will help you through that. Okay, now that you've got their goals, let's send them a video of, you know, the program that would be great for them. And we're just educating them, and you're not talking that much. You're letting them do all the talking because people love to talk about themselves. So don't worry about the details on inviting. We gave you an amazing guide, and we're going to help you through that big time, okay?
And the best invite is the heartfelt invite, okay? And you'll become more real with that with your personal development too. So just always connect to your heart. That's it. Don't overcomplicate.
Take it away.
Okay, sorry. Trainings and resources. So here's the coolest thing. Your upline is never going to tell you, did you invite? Did you follow up? Did you do da-da-da-da-da? So how many of us, with a show of hands, I can't see many people, but maybe you can go in the chat. Everybody here most likely has another job that you go to every day, correct? Right? So we're very used to, right? And this is just, it's weird when you get into things like this because you're expecting like, okay, Stacy, here's your stuff and go. Like, go. Okay, go. Good luck. Okay, here's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And when you get to step 5, let me know. Like, that's what we're kind of looking for. And then we get really nervous because we're like, we don't have anybody telling us what to do. Are we doing it right? Like, I don't know. And the only way that I can tell you guys is don't compare your chapter 1 to your chapter 20. And I'm going to briefly tell you why. I am a hairdresser too. And I have to remember way back when I first started my hair salon career, I walked into the doors of Sheer Reflections, which I'm still there 13 years later, and everybody was in chapter 20. And I was chapter 1. I didn't have a book. I didn't have people. And all I had was shaky, nervous hands to go behind the chair and say, I've been cutting hair for years. Don't worry. I'm not new. You want me, right? Nobody wants the new hairdresser, right? I think they suck. So you have to like act as if you already are good. And that's a good thing. So you get to grow thick skin. But the good thing about watching people's chapter 20s, like these advanced hairdressers that I did, was I got really excited rather than really bogged down because I'm like, dang, if I just come in the door every day, use it with your business, use this analogy. If I show up every day and just try, I'm going to get there. That's freaking cool. So again, simplify this because you're just going to get there if you just show up, just like in your challenge group, right? You're going to lose the weight if you just show up. So again, don't overcomplicate it. Just start. You're going to have shaky hands when you cut someone's hair. I was going to have shaky voice to invite. I was going to screw up and make somebody mad. I was going to do some things that weren't great. Same thing in here. But that's the valley, like we learned at Summit from Rachel Hollis. That is the valley. You have to be in the valley to get to your mountaintop. So we have to fail, embrace it, encourage yourself to fail as much as possible, and then you won't fear it, and you will get over it, and you will go, dang, I learned this. Now, the next time it happens, I'm going to do that. And you might get the same lesson 1,000 times, and that's okay. So you want to evaluate with your sponsor too and your coach in a few weeks how to make improvements. So just start, because what's cool about just starting is, just like in hairdressing, I'm going to use this analogy again. I would go back to my boss and go, okay, well, I did this highlight. What do you think? Could I make it a little faster? Whatever. And she's going to give me some constructive criticism, but I call it just constructive feedback. And you have to take it. No one's out to get you. They want you all to be your best. Beachbody, this is the best thing about our job. They want everybody to be rock stars. So don't be afraid. And even if you mess up, it's not really real. You're just going to redefine and repolish. That's all it is. You just keep polishing it off, polishing it off. Wax on, wax off. Mr. Miyagi, paint the fence. Keep painting the fence. Paint the fence all day long. Seriously, like paint your fence. It's all good because your fence is going to look great. So we got YouTube, we got Diesel Nation, we got Google, we have you, your heart. My goodness gracious, I think we're missing something on this and we got to add it. I think we need to put in here intuition and heart, because that is your greatest resource tool. I'm sorry, it is. You don't need YouTube. You don't need Google. Yes, you need them for certain things, but you've got to listen to your heart. You've got to listen to your intuition, and you've got to trust your gut, because that is your sweet spot. That is where all your magic is going to happen, all your belief, everything, the trainings and all these other things that you're going to get, the resources. Yes, lovely. It's going to show you how to set up a link. But you got to have the heart. That's your greatest tool in your toolbox, because they don't want me. They don't want Danielle. They want you. And you are the only one that holds the heart in your soul. So you have to show that. That is your greatest training. That's your greatest resource. And that comes from personal development. Amen to that. Can we just say that real quick? Like, seriously, like, think about it. That is amazing. That's all you need. And you get to trust that for once in your life. And it's going to set you free too. Why and your vision. You want me to do it or you want to do it?
Yeah, we could both do it. Just
Okay.
share your why and your vision. I think it'd be good for people to hear both of ours.
Okay. Okay. So your why and your vision. Okay. We were just talking about this in these little threads of mine with my team. And I said to them, you know, the first thing you want to do is like maybe think about what your team name is and your why, you know, and you can make a big goal, you know, and make them relatable to your life. I will tell you, I didn't know my vision and I didn't know my why. And I think each time I actually went to Summit, to be truthfully honest, it got a little more clear because I got a little more mature in my business. You know, you got to grow. You're kind of really adolescent in the beginning. You know, it's all like, wow, and you're taking it all in, right? And then each year you just start to grow that mental, that maturity muscle, that growth muscle. And then you start to, I think it just comes. I wouldn't even worry about not if you don't even have it right now, but just put out in the universe, because remember, we're going to go back to the training and resources. The last thing was your heart. It's going to show you. It's going to teach you. It's going to guide you. And I'll tell you what's going to help you do that. Do a program from start to finish, because along the way, there's a valley and that's the journey and that's your mountain, period. Like that's where you're going to find it all. And so I was sitting there at Summit. I was like, you know, God, what am I going after? Like, I know what I'm going after, but like, I need something really clear cut. And one of my visions is my husband works for Verizon and my husband works a lot of overtime. I always tell people that I'm like the single mom without the single mom paycheck, right? And it irks my nerves and I hate it. And I also hate when his company goes on strike because we don't get paychecks. And we get a commission check of a union check of $200. That's not going to cut it at all. And so one of my visions became very clear at Summit, which was I want to relieve my husband of overtime must to overtime option. That's a big deal for me. And I'll tell you what, the other thing that you need with your vision is something that you stare in the face every single day at your desk. This is a copy of my son's hand. And if you see here, he's going to be 10, but he's almost my hand size, which is crazy. And he wrote this message to me that just basically tells me how smart and beautiful I am, which is kind of wild that a 9-year-old's telling me that, and that I make him excited to do life. When you don't know why, you got to touch something. You got to feel something. So maybe you're somebody that can connect to holding a picture, or maybe it's something like this. And every day I literally put my hand on this and I just connect and I close my eyes. Again, the tool is your heart. It will guide you. It will create the vision. It will open it up. When you ask the universe, it's going to start showing you that. So you may not know, but find something that's going to start to evoke that. Okay. That's big. That's humongo. So that's one of my visions. I want to relieve him. And I don't want to do the paycheck to paycheck dance anymore. It's obnoxious and I hate it and it sucks. You know, the other thing that I want to do is when that happens with strike with Verizon, you know what I want to say? Huh, oh, sweet. We're going on vacation. We can actually spend time with each other rather than going, what are we going to do? Right? We have the power to actually make freedom happen. So I just want you guys to believe in that. So you gotta, I think I would find something that you can touch. Find something that you can touch. Maybe you need to hold your kid tonight a little extra closer. Maybe you need to connect with your loved one and look at them in the face and just have a moment, because it might come later, you know, and then attach a number to it. If you need $500, $100, let's say you need 6 figures right now. Great. Awesome. But reverse engineer that. You can't start off losing 100 pounds. You got to go 2 pounds at a time. So get realistic so you can stay really, really, really excited, because that 6 figure will come if you just show up to get your Shakeology paid for.
I love it. You guys feel the heart and the passion and what she's saying. And don't think that this business is just small. Like, there's people creating huge incomes and huge, you know, dreams of theirs with this business. So it could be small. You know, mine started small. I just wanted to pay for diapers. I just wanted to relieve that side work from my husband as well. I wanted to stop living paycheck to paycheck, and I just kept going I kept showing up, working on myself, becoming the best version of myself, and was able to do the small things. And then I said, wow, like this is covering my hair income. I'm going to back away from that because my ultimate goal was to be home. That's all I saw every day doing hair was my babies in diapers. 2 babies in diapers was crazy. And I just wanted to be home. That was always a dream God put on my heart. And so I worked every day as if it was for those girls in diapers. And I said, I'm going to be there for them. And I know that it was eventually going to happen because of this business potential. And so I just kept showing up. And my why evolved to, I'm going to stay home. This is my goal. And I walked away from doing hair. And then I had bigger goals to pay things off and move to another state and just crazy goals that God put on my heart. And I feel like, gosh, I am nowhere near done. I feel like we're never near done for the callings that He puts on our hearts. And now it's not even about money. It is truly about helping people and doing bigger callings for just what He wants us to do. And I never thought we would be here for that. So it can start so small, guys, food, gas, whatever it is. Okay. So start small, just like Stacy said. I love that. It's the 2 pounds and then the 3 and then the 4. It's not 100 pounds at once. And it's not going to happen overnight, but gosh, like she's accomplished so much in the 4 years she's been a coach. I've been doing this 6 years, and it's like, it's still a short amount of time that you could accomplish the things that you set out. So open your heart and mind. Don't dream small, right? You got to start small, but don't dream too small, right? Because those are small little dreams in between to get to the big dreams, okay?
Yeah.
I'll never forget the coach, Becky and Christina, but Becky, she just wanted to pay for a formula, I think it was, okay? She is like insane as far as the way that she runs her business and where it is right now. It blows all of our minds, right? And she's been doing this, I think, 8 years. So the sky is truly the limit. Don't limit yourself. And I think when you really cast that vision and you have that why and vision in front of you with blinders on, not looking on either side, you're going to get there a whole lot faster. And no matter what comes your way, because that kind of life come my way with my father passing, I've had failures in the business. I've, went through a move and postpartum depression, anxiety, like so many things all the time happening, because life is going to happen, let's face it. But if you have this in front of you, nothing's going to get in your way. You're going to be bulletproof, right? So you've got to create this, write it down and put it in front of you, just like Stacy said, where you can touch it. It's so important that you can feel it. What does it feel like and taste like and smell like? You got to know all those things. It's just visualizing it in your head. Okay.
I think the biggest gift is just, think about it. Like everybody here has somebody they love, right? You have somebody you love. And when you touch them, a handhold, a kiss, just that, you will do anything.
Amen. Okay, so moving on, we could probably talk all day on these topics because we're so passionate. I love the passion. Calls and power hours. So if you're in our team page, Rise and Shine, we are always putting calls in the event section. And we do a calendar, like a marketing calendar every month. It's at the very top of the page where you could get your calendar out and just write down, okay, this date is our sneak peek, so you can invite people to coaching. This date is our power hour calls. We had one last night, and the next one is the 30th of July. So write down July 30th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to show you what we do behind the scenes to actually work this business, right? We're going to get our trackers out. We're going to invite people. You're going to ask questions. We're going to just show up together and work. You're not in this alone at all. So everything you need to be successful and plug into this team is in our team page. So make sure you are showing up so that you can see all these amazing things that you get to do with us.
Okay, real quick. Can I just ask a real quick question? Yeah. Okay, so this is every Tuesday night. This is Eastern Standard Time. Correct? Every other Tuesday night. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me read that. And it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the link is in Team Rise and Shine, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is there one this next Tuesday? Is that?
Well, we had one last night, so the next one is the 30th.
Got it. Okay, just wanted to say that. Okay.
And it's going to be, we're switching off on leaders, so we're all going to try to take turns and rotate or whatnot. So it will be great for you guys to learn from, you know, another leader or upcoming leader to run these, which we all pretty much do the same thing. So it's not the same person every time.
Okay.
Do you want to go over the first one and I'll go over the posting, or vice versa?
I can do the first one. So the first one is, it's no different than the activity tracker. It's just a little more fun. And we are big believers that when you see things and you touch things and you can connect and it's just a different vibe, you can just really start to have more fun with it. If you're a person who likes color, you know, mark them off with colors, like just have fun. I think something too with the slay the day is before you actually slay your day, write down why you're slaying that day. I find this to be a really good piece when, you know, we all go to work and there's some days I don't feel like cutting hair and highlighting and talking with people. It's just reality, guys. It's all good. But before I walk in the door, I have to remind myself why I'm going in, and it changes every single day. You know, it could be because I need to do, you know, my daughter's daycare or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But before you slay your day, know why you're going to slay it. Maybe today's focus is, all right, I'm going to check everything off today because I really want that date night paycheck at the end of the week, right? So think about that and slay the day. Maybe you just want to go have a day by yourself at a bed and breakfast for $50. Slay the day and go do your thing. You know what I mean? Maybe you want a pedicure. Slay your day, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how big or small. It's yours. Slay it. Own it. So just follow these guidelines right here. The most important things are taking care of you, personal development, key takeaways, and today's workout and what you did. All right. And the other thing too is if you're really afraid to invite and follow up, do it first. Get it over with, get it out of the way, connect, and know why you're doing it before. Remember, your why and your vision might change every single moment of every single day. We have moods, we have seasons of life. So just pick one and stay with it and hold it in your heart or in your pocket. Write it down and or write it on the top of this paper. And then start and set a timer too. Timers are great. I don't know if anybody likes to work under pressure, but I know that I'm a squirreler. So if I set a timer and I put my head down, I actually am going to have more family time. And that's what we want anyways. So you'll learn to be more time sufficient with that.
Okay, so really quick, how much time do you want to work this business? Ask yourself. For me in the beginning, because we all have different goals, it doesn't mean you have to work a certain amount of hours to be a very successful coach. I wanted to clear the air right there. But a good foundation to build this off of, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you have really big goals, I would say an hour to 2 solid hours a day, not working out, not drinking your shake, not really posting on stories, but actually talking to people, doing the to-do right there, following up, you know, challenge groups, coaching activities, follow-up, things like that. So it's up to you though. If you're working full-time, you have a crazy, insane life, you could still do 1 solid hour a day. Okay, that can be 30 minutes in the morning before the kids wake up and 30 minutes when the kids go to sleep. And mark it in your calendar every single day so it's just a part of your life, right? And then mark off the days that you're going to spend quality time with your spouse. That's really important too. I learned the hard way with that one and I didn't. So I learned along the way and evolves, right? Because we get better at being our own CEO and we don't know this at first, right? You have to protect your family time and you have to be smart and diligent about your working hours. So set a time, what is doable for you. But my recommendation is 1 solid hour a day. No scrolling Facebook, no checking notifications, none of the distractions, but doing the core activities. When I sit down to work, because my time is so limited right now with a toddler, I am just doing what I need to do and I get off. And then I save the other stuff for when I have some free time besides my work time. So moving on to our posting schedule. Yes. Stacy. So posting schedule, guys. We want you to know what to post and be smart. We don't want you to just throw spaghetti on a wall, even though you will definitely do that at times. But here's a posting schedule. We're going to post it after this call or in the morning. The slay the day and posting schedule. So we don't want you to post 3 to 5 times a day on your timelines on IG and Facebook, right? No one has time for that. We want you to just post in your stories throughout the day, okay? It's just very simple. It doesn't have to be perfect. So like Monday, right? An inspirational, maybe a funny quote or picture or something, if you're faithful, anything like that. Put it in your stories on Monday morning as people are getting back to work. They need some positivity in their life, right? Another Monday one for maybe around lunchtime, inspirational pic with a story or message along with it about your own struggle or something you believe in. So we're getting you to really think about posts where you can connect to other people. So that could be a post, right, on your timeline, or that could be in stories. You pick. So my recommendation is one post on a timeline, okay? So for me personally, I do one post a day on an IG timeline or Facebook timeline, and the rest are in stories. I probably do 10 stories a day at least, of just like my kids and the 5 things I'm passionate about, kids, faith, family, health, fitness, success, business transformation, anything like that, right? But just one post a day, and make sure your posts are being, like just mixed around. They're not all about Beachbody, right? Usually it's, 2 normal posts about engagement and life and fun and what you're passionate about. And then the next one is maybe a call to action, maybe something more direct, right? We don't want to do all direct posts that could turn people off real fast. So you in between still want to get engagement going, and you'll learn way more about social media as you go along the ways. But these tools are going to help you succeed not only in your business with slaying the day, but then in your posting as well. So you literally have all the tools you need right here to be successful. We literally hand them to you on a silver platter. And as you could see, the life of an entrepreneur had to add this in today was, this is awesome. You're on a new coach call. It's so fun and exciting, right? Then this is hard. It's like an up and down emotional roller coaster. This stinks. I stink. This is okay. Okay, this rocks because it's finally working and I am awesome. Just so you know, that is so true. I can't even explain that. It is so stinking true. So just know it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be the best one of your entire life. It's been the best one of my life. Best thing I ever did was become a coach, and I wish I would have done it so much sooner. But just know this is just part of your journey, okay? So do you want to take this, Stacy?
Yes. Am I muted? I'm not muted.
My voice is like slowly going downhill. When I get tired, it's going away.
I know. Okay, guys. So how do we start? How do we begin? Okay, the first thing really I want you guys to do is to make sure that if you have not posted in your challenge group, that's the first thing you do tonight. Go post your accountability. If you haven't had your Shakeology, please go have your Shakeology. If you haven't done your personal development, go do your personal development. And if you haven't pressed play and it's a little too late, go through a 10-minute ab so you can feel successful, because that's how you start. That's really how you start, okay? It's always about you. So again, I think we should change this list, and it should be number 1, make sure you rock starred your challenge group, because we don't want to lose why you started. It is selfish to self-love, okay? Because that's what makes your business great. All right. So if you didn't do that tonight, please go do it, or go live in your challenge group and just hold your accountability. Don't talk about coaching. Talk about you. Talk about what you did and own that. Then you can move on to this list, which is you want to make a list of about 20 people and you want to invite them to the next challenge group by the end of this week. I know that's really scary, right? Oh, it's so scary to invite to life-changing things that are going to make you happy and joyous and end diabetes and depression and anxiety. It's so scary, right? Like if you really think about it, I get that it's scary, but at the same time too, guys, it's the best. It's the best. And like I said, you better go get, before you send invites, go touch something that makes you go, oh my God, of course I'm going to invite. And you know what too? Remember, the invites are not, well, you want to join my challenge group? It's, I don't know if you're, you know, wanting to like change your life like I've been doing. I'm just a mom who just has very little pockets of free time, you know, but it's changing my life. And I'm a better person. And this is my RX pad to keep my depression free. That is an invite. Okay. Do you hear the difference? Like, that's my reality. This is my RX pad to not have depression and anxiety anymore. I'm a believer. I'm a believer of it because I'm leaning into what I know. So lean into that and connect to that. And if you're not really an emotional person, guess what? You get to learn to be one. I'll help you. Very cool. So you want to make this list of 20 people. And if you're afraid, do the people that you know, do the people that you like. So then you get some good practice. Okay. Get your mom, get your pa. I feel like I want to sing that song. I'm moving back to Arkansas. All right. Sorry. But like practice on your kids. Like who cares? Like try that one. All right. But get those 20 people and start that invitational process. Start with telling them that you hope that you're just wanting to wish them a really good week. And thank you so much for supporting your page. I think that kind of gives you like the little wiggle room to breathe for a hot second and then offer them an opportunity. And if they say no, great. Guess what you did? You're a farmer and you just planted a seed and they're going to come back and they're going to watch you. So guess what? No's are awesome. No's are awesome. And that's just it. Exactly. No's just mean not right now. And not everybody's going to join you either. But some people might go, hey, you know what? There's this girl on Facebook. Her name is Katrina. And dude, she's killing it. Have you looked her up? It might be good for you. So you have to realize that every single person you're touching might help you in some way, shape, or form. Okay? But you also are helping them. So again, that should take away the nervous invite because not everybody's going to say yes. So like Danielle said, in A and B, example posts are in the Google Drive, team page under the files. Your sponsor coach can review them if needed. If you're really nervous, you guys, just message people. I know my coaches have my cell phone number. I don't care. You guys are free to friend request me and message me too. I'm happy to help everybody and anybody because y'all better help me when it's my time. That's all I got to tell you. So that's what we have to do. We're a team. We're a family. Lean in, ask questions, get uncomfortable, and you will be comfortable very soon. If you have not scheduled a call with your coach to just kind of go over some things and reverse engineer and get those simple, fun goals going, you want to do that. Like that's really cool because it can be very overwhelming in the beginning. And so it's kind of like we're up here and we got to funnel it all down so you're really crystal clear. And sometimes all of that will come as you just keep doing it and keep moving along. The bonus, you're going to download the business activity tracker, Slay the Day, posting guide, and scheduling business hours. Of course, the cool thing about being your own CEO is if you can't, you're scheduled to work tomorrow from 10 to 11, and all of a sudden you can't, guess what? That's okay. Don't stress. I think the biggest thing too is when we start to, Danielle, I think we should mention connect to the fun and connect to your vision and connect to your emotion. Because this thing, I think if we look back at other coaches, man, sometimes they leave real quick because they get so nervous and so scared and no questions are asked. So this group, I feel there's 10 or there was 13 at one point. I don't think anybody's going to be pretty scared. And I don't think anybody's going to not speak up because you guys know that we love you and we're here for you. And we have to also do the same thing. So remember, that's that chapter 1 to chapter 20 thing, right? The cool thing is Danielle and I are like, dude, we've already done this. Let me help you. And the other cool thing is there's things that Danielle and I haven't done that scare us. So we have to go to the chapter 30s and the chapter 40s to get the same thing you are. It's a beautiful effect. You see that? So we're all in the same boats. We're just in different chapters. And I said boats and chapters, but you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so just really quick, we're done. Keep it light, keep it fun, work hard on yourself. Remember your why and your vision. And just know, guys, that if you stick with this and really go all in, beautiful things can happen, okay? You just got to take one day at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. We're here to help you. Be this, let this be the one thing that you stick with. If I could give you good advice, 6 years ago, if I didn't stick with this, my life would look completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. Okay, so you're going to remember I just said this and a lot of what Stacy said, but let this be the one thing that you stick with, that you get ahead with, that you change your life with. Because this was the thing for me. Okay? So anyways, guys, we'll see you on the team page. And we're here for you guys. This was recorded too, so you can go back over it.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Hope this helped.
Let me stop sharing and let's do, oh my gosh, Sarah, are you still on?